Hey man, welcome back to Man Time. Today's episode we're going to talk about when is it too dangerous to use a traditional notch back cut in a tree. Welcome to Man Time. Oh boy, so I'm out here on location today. It is scorching hot. Humidity 90+%, rained yesterday, and we get a little bit cooler, but the humidity just jumps up first thing in the morning out here. But this is where I love to be, right out in the woods, doing what I want to be doing. So today I'm clearing down a path through the woods here, and I've got this tree right behind me. Now what makes this tree different is that it is a heavy leaner, and heavy leaners can barber chair, and I know from experience I've had it happen. I just watched like traditional cutting, like make the notch in the front, come in from the back. Well, with a heavy leaner, you already know where it's going. The benefits are you don't have to bring wedges, you don't have to bring an axe or anything. The tree's going to go where it's going to go. So with this type of tree, what you want to do is use a plunge cut or a bore cut method. Now, a lot of people see that type of cut and think like they're just showing off or whatever. Just use their traditional cut. It's actually dangerous here. If you've ever seen or experienced a barber chair like I have, it basically will split up the length of the tree right where you're cutting into the back cut. But there's so much holding wood that the tree is held, mainly by that holding wood. So like half of the tree is breaking, and then it comes up, and then it can just kind of go wherever on that piece of the trunk that you haven't cut yet. So the thing to do is do a plunge cut. So we're going to show that today. The type of saw you're going to need for this is one that runs and cuts. This one here, I usually pre-flight my saws. I did check that the chain was sharp. It is nice and sharp. But let's see how many pulls it's going to take to start this saw. There's no decomp. This is my MS440 that I rebuilt on the channel from a box of parts. And if you want to see that, you can go back on the channel, subscribe, find that video, and see this go from a blown up, very, very badly blown up saw. Crank bearings, rod bearings were damaged, so the crank had to be replaced, split the case, new jug piston, of course, it was seized in the jug. Piston completely blown up. Man, is it a nice day today. God, I love this saw. This is the one saw that I can always count on to like start, run, and cut. That's what it comes with. I didn't even pre-flet it. Okay, so before we get cutting today, let's look at what makes a tree too dangerous to cut with a traditional method. So I'm looking at the tree. I'm about 10 feet away. If I look straight up, you can see the entire tree is hanging over me. And I don't know if it shows up as well on camera, but basically it's coming straight at me. Let's go look at it from this side over here. And you can kind of see like up and down. Like if I go straight up, you can see that the tree just hangs off to the left there. And it is a hardwood. I believe this one is an elm. Elm is probably one of those that's gonna be susceptible to a barber chair. So let's talk about the right ways and maybe the wrong ways to set up for a plunge cut or a bore cut. First things first, make sure the area is clear. I've got fire ants over here. I saw them scurrying around as the saw was sitting there running. But I've got a clear path to exit, and for a plunge cut, you already know where the tree's going, right? So back 45, back 90. Okay, so making a plunge cut the correct way. Again, you know where the tree's going. Your notch, rather than being like a third or a half, you can make it like a quarter or less. All you need is to indicate where that tree is going to go, give it the hinge wood, and that leaves you a lot of room to come in kind of to the main meat of the tree and do your plunge cut rather than up close to the notch or toward the back and the back strap. Okay, so how did we do? Let's check it out. You could see I used the back side of the bar as I was making that plunge cut, but you can see there, holding wood plenty. We've got, you know, a good about 2 inches. Again, that notch is very shallow and in the direction. You can see here the bar coming out the other side. We've got another about 2 inches there. And then coming around to the back of the tree here, again, plenty of wood behind there. The tree is completely safe and held secure at this point by where our hinge is going to be and the material in the back here. Let's finish the cutout. Okay, well, that turned out pretty darn good. So you can see here the holding wood that was left after we did our plunge cut. You can see actually where the plunge cut came in, and then I ran it up to our hinge, backed up to here. Here's the trigger wood in the back, came in, snipped that, again, just below. Worked out perfect. I mean, this is like textbook how you're supposed to do it, I guess. Had a clear spot back here for the tree to go, and it just, again, went right where it wanted to go. Actually, if you look at the hinge wood is pointing the tree this way, right into like this clear area. It didn't want to go that way. It wanted to go this way, so that's where it went. When you're trying to steer these heavy leaners, that's kind of what you end up with. Okay, man, well, that is when it is too dangerous to traditionally fell a tree. Using the plunge cut or the bore cut is the perfect solution. Again, it is a toolless, like I didn't need a hatchet or an axe or wedges or anything. The tree's already going to go where it's going to go. I mean, you could almost just, you know, cut straight from the back end, but that's not the safe way to do it. The safe way is the plunge cut. That's the right way to take down a heavy leaner like that, where you've got the ability of the tree to barber chair. Very dangerous. So, yeah, all as planned and as predicted by, you know, science and physics, right? The tree's going to go, you set it up like that, it works perfectly. That's the absolute 100% like textbook right way to do it, and worked out just great. As you can see here now, I have opened up a long lane here. I'm probably going to be able to get out to probably 400 yards. I've got a clear shot up to the shooting bench, and then of course down there where I've got some targets set up. I've got to take out some foliage that's coming up back there. But that's going to be the episode for today. If you like this type of stuff, again, make sure to subscribe, hit that thumbs up. Whatever you do, get out there, have you some man time too. Well, for those of you that stuck around and want to see some chainsaw footage, ported 440, I need to walk through here. So let's get this cleaned up a little bit.